Hi, Nere. It's so good to see you again and connect with you in this new digital world. It is also such a wonderful opportunity to be able to talk to key Nigerian investment stakeholders such as yourself, who can truly shed some light on the mining industry and how it is growing and evolving. As one of Nigeria Mining Week's key ambassadors who has journeyed with our events since its inception, I know the industry considers your insights truly valuable. So with that said, Nere, I think it would be a great start if you could share with us some of your insights about Nigeria, starting with your own experience right now and what has your attention today.
Thank you, Laura. I've been in the sector here fairly recently. I would say about 8 years. And what I can say about Nigeria that's good is Nigeria has such vast potential. There's honestly at least 7 potential major minerals that's still underexplored, lots of room for exploration and mining. And when I look at that potential, it's great to have that opportunity here, that there's really no place to start. So that's good. What has my attention now really is the value chain development. I think the last time we had a conversation, Laura, a few years ago, we were on that journey. So we're focused more on how we could add value to Nigeria's minerals and integrating the value chain into the larger economic process as well. So that's really what has our attention these days.
Brilliant, Nere. That's so exciting. So through your company, Kian Smith Trade & Co., you are, I would say, still a long-standing investor in the country. So can you share your opinion on how the mining industry has grown over the past few years?
Something that I was thinking about is some important ways. I may not be, it may seem subtle, but I think are very important. Number one, transparency. I was thinking about this and realizing that 7, 8 years ago, it was like a black box. It wasn't really clear how to get into the sector, who owned the license, but honestly, the transparency in the sector, I think, is amazing. So in terms of the process of getting a license, the status of licenses, and all of that, even the portals that the ministry has put up with technology and some more automation, I think that's big. So with transparency, I think it's really increased trust for investors. Something else that I also see that's very different is now the interest of and support of the government. You now have a lot more federal and state support for mining. Part of which we understand because of the dwindling oil resources. But the good thing about that now is you're finding more government support. Where there were lots of, should we say, policies that were not there, you now find a listening ear with the government to put those things right because they want investment in the sector. So that's really what's big. I feel like those platform issues have been removed. Transparency is there now. You now have a listening ear and support of government. So I really see the climate for investment being a lot better now for us.
Oh, Nere, there's some really fantastic things that you've drawn our attention to that the government has done. I think that's really great. So with that said, what do you think the private sector can do from their side to help the industry progress forward?
I also think, well, before I really answer the private sector, I want to connect Nigeria Mining Week to that. I also think one thing that's been key is having, if I look at what is the timing, about 5 years now from the first roundtable, was it 6 years? It's big. I remember the first roundtable in Lagos with PwC before the conferences started. But what's interesting is, I mean, you may say it's a chicken and an egg, but I look at that as also part of the integration of what has made a difference. You're seeing how the Mining Week has this role that is bringing government and investors together. And I'm looking at every year and seeing how it's changing and how it's growing and how it's evolving. So I want to say that for the private sector, one key way they could really engage is by honestly supporting Mining Week and attending Mining Week. I found that a lot of people, even in Nigeria, you have a lot of investors, potential investors in Nigeria who have never considered mining. You find that it's more people from outside Nigeria who attend. And it's interesting that from those who've attended from outside, they've stuck with it for the most part. They keep coming and they engage in more. So I think one thing private sector could do more, especially private sector in Nigeria, is I would encourage them to say, come and be a part of Be a Mining Week, meet the stakeholders, hear what the government is saying, meet other investors. And I really think that's an investors in Nigeria. Something else I also think is, if I think of all of the sectors, really, I don't really know of any sector in business, apart from like maybe government contract, where the government is, should we say, is the one that drives the sector. The sector is going to move forward if the private sector doesn't really get involved. I think the government has done all they can do. They've given an enabling environment. They give us a listening ear for policy. I have not found, honestly, the last 6 years I have to say, the ministry in Nigerian, the Ministry of Mines in Nigeria is a very, very approachable ministry, and they give you a listening ear. So when I look at it all, the platform is set. It's really left for us in the private sector to come and be bullish. Now, I'm encouraging Mining Week because it's so diverse. You have to start, for some people, from exploration, the data, but whatever point you want to start from, I really do think that private sector, it's left to us now to come and see the opportunity that's there and get involved.
Well, thank you, Nere, and I'm so glad that you've highlighted the role and the purpose that Nigeria Mining Week has to play in facilitating the growth and development of the industry. So I think that touches on my last question today. And as I mentioned, you are an ambassador of Nigeria Mining Week, and you have been a supporter since our very early inception. So what is your opinion and what do you feel about our evolution this year to incorporate a digital platform?
Well, it's interesting because this year in the world, no one had any choice. We all had to go digital, right? But if you look at this, now you suddenly have a lot of attention because you have people who would never have been able to attend Nigeria Mining Week for one reason or the other, now have no reason to not attend Nigeria Mining Week. So I think now it's really it's Nigeria to the world from everyone's living room or kitchen. So I think it's just great. It's a great idea. It's a great tool. It's a great opportunity. I actually was telling some you guys that I've observed you even have more sponsors this year when it's a digital conference than the physical conferences. So clearly it's the right direction. I believe even next year you'll go more what I call phygital, the physical and digital. So now that we've gone digital, I think we see the benefits for a digital world. But yes, definitely I see it's given Nigeria Mining Week a bigger platform, and Clarion event is a bigger platform. And yeah, for Nigeria, I think that's a great thing.
Oh, Nere, thank you so much for sharing your time and your insights about the Nigerian mining sector and for being such a strong ambassador of our event, digital and live. And I look forward to connecting with you again shortly.
No problem. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Nere. Such a pleasure as always. Take care.